Welcome in to the Casual Chaos podcast. I'm your host, Jay Ash, joined tonight by my co-host, Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing great. We've got the most uninspiring NFL draft in recent memory that we're just 3 minutes away from, which makes it 7:57 Thursday night. Looks like a beautiful evening in Pittsburgh. We are a man down here in the pod, so we're going to do a three-man weave tonight with myself, Jeff, and producer Tyler. Producer Tyler, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing just swell, man. Just swell. Coming off a vacation, so the last week was a feeling out process, but we're ready back and ready to go. We got some playoff basketball, playoff hockey. It's been a good week of sports.
It's fantastic.
Not a good week for gambling
yeah.
for me, but nonetheless, that happens.
It happens more than most people like to talk about, but
Exactly.
only post your tickets when you win, never post them when you lose. If you want to post them, check us out on social at Casual Chaos Live. That's called the segue, Jeff. We're willing and able to talk about your tickets, get them in on Instagram, get them in on the Discord. But we're on all the socials. If you are watching the video pods, we're available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you may pod. But again, Bubba couldn't make it this evening. We're going to miss him, but he'll be back. He'll be back and he'll be better than ever. We've got the Derby next week, so I'm sure he'll be coming in hot with some horse plays. We might actually even see if we can get a special guest on here to chop up the Sport of Kings and the Run for the Roses there. So in the meantime, we were talking about it before the show, and I just alluded to it. There just is a huge meh to this NFL draft. Obviously, everybody's a football fan, so we're going to tune in. But is everybody on the same page here? Does this seem underwhelming?
Yeah, I mean it's outside of a couple players, it doesn't have like that high-end talent, right? But supposedly it's one of those drafts that's very deep in like the second and third round, So you could build. I mean, we're calling it boring, and it is, but you can definitely build, good teams from this draft. So for a team like the Steelers, who has 3 third rounders and 2 fourth rounders, I mean, hopefully they could stockpile some players. So see what happens.
The Mike McCarthy era begins.
Oh God.
I'm seeing a lot of molten lava
Yeah.
on that graphic. That's just Steel Town there.
Oh, I forget. Yeah.
Is the NFL aware that Pittsburgh's a tech city now and not necessarily a mill?
Yeah, that changed a long time ago, but what are you gonna do? It looks cool, So
It does. It does. So
hey, speaking in the NFL though, did you see that Pickens signed his 1-year deal there?
Yeah. Franchise tag.
The franchise? Yeah. So now the question is, and I'll pose this to you, Jay, since you're a Cowboys fan, do you think they're going to trade him, or do you think they're going to keep him?
I think they're going to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's Jerry's mentality. He'll feel like he won. Pickens will be Pickens now. He got his money, so he'll blow up the locker room. I'm just looking forward to another nightmare season as a Cowboy fan. No, I'm being serious. We talk about this all the time, and you could try to convince yourself that it's going to be something different, but it's the same thing with Jerry every year. He talks about he's going to make all these moves. He talks about all through the offseason that everything's on the table, and the reality is we come to the draft and nothing's on the table.
Yeah,
nothing, like literally nothing. So the mock drafts I'm seeing, you're taking a cornerback out of LSU, okay, good school, pedigree. I'm not going to complain. You need a secondary. So, but the salary cap's kind of a mess. You're tied up between, Dak at 55, almost 60 million, 2 receivers, making 80 million. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I think last year was probably a little bit of a aberration at the beginning, and they didn't make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs again this year. Not that this is a prognostication show, but I'm interested to see. They got 2 first-round picks. Let's see if they can hit on both of them. It'd be a nice change of pace. They've had a lot of first-round picks over the last 20 years, and it's not been awesome.
Well, a little later, we're going to go over the top 10 favorites to win the Super Bowl, and we'll see if the Cowboys are one of the 10. So that's called a teaser. We'll get to it later.
Do I have a vote in that?
About whether they're going to be in the top 10. I mean, you could guess if you want. Go ahead.
I say no.
Okay.
They will be, but we'll see. Is that TJ Watt?
I was
Oh,
about
look
to
at
say,
this.
TJ Watt.
Look at this. Everybody loves the commish.
Yeah. I love how all commissioners just get booed in every sport. It doesn't matter if you have the best commissioner in the world. Everyone just boos him.
Crazy.
So he decided
No
to
doubt.
just go with come out with two hometown guys to make it lessen the blow of the boos. Smart man.
It doesn't matter. He'll get booed every time he walks on stage, so
Yeah,
it
exactly.
doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Do they have a first round pick?
The
The
Steelers?
Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at 20, 21. 21.
All right. That'll be interesting. No chance they're taking the kid from Bama, right? The quarterback.
I sure hope not.
That would just be great.
I mean-
you think Rogers just calls him and is like, dude, even though it's not like he's long term there, but
Yeah, I can't see it, Jay. So I expect them to actually take a. I mean, this is as wide open as their first round has been in a while. Usually, you can pick a couple of positions that they would go after. I don't really know who they're going to draft this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a receiver because they do have to get younger in that room. So
All right.
see what happens.
Since we're talking about it and it's on right now, let's just stay on this topic for a second. You're a Steeler fan, so I'll throw it to you. We saw Aaron Rodgers last year in the playoffs, and I think everybody came away from it that's about the best as we're going to see, right? You're not making a Super Bowl run with Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career.
Mhm.
You could draft a receiver, you could beef up the offensive line a little bit, hope the defense stays healthy, but you're still bringing. He's going to be 42 or 43.
I don't know.
Right.
Either is unacceptable. So
Right. And I get it. In ayahuasca years, he's only 38. But has anybody brought up the fact that he got Mike McCarthy fired? They don't get along, and Mike McCarthy's the head coach of the Steelers. Am I the only one that has this memory, or are they just ignoring it? Because I just can't see how Mike McCarthy's like, yeah, I want to go to war with that guy.
Yeah, well, again, he knows it's only going to be 1 year. I mean, supposedly they're on decent terms. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, do I want him to be the quarterback next year? No. I would much rather it be Howard. I mean, at least for 1 year, right?
Sure.
Because, like you said, they're not winning the Super Bowl next year anyway. So
Right.
at least see if you got anything with him, right? I mean, give him a shot and see if he actually has any talent for the NFL. It's not a good quarterback draft, so like we were just talking about, I certainly don't want to see him draft one of these guys in the first round. But I don't know. The Steelers just refuse to do a true rebuild, which is why McCarthy is the coach to begin with.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I expect that they'll be competitive next year because they still have talent. I do think. Oh, look at Ben. I do think the offense will. I mean, in a way, I am excited that McCarthy is there just because the Steelers will look different. Wow, they brought Terry out too, huh? Holy cow!
A lot of gold
Terry
jackets
doesn't go to
on stage.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, but he doesn't go to Pittsburgh much at all these days, so that's cool to see him there.
He's back on the
Well,
side.
that's saying, I'm happy I'm happy McCarthy is there just because at least if nothing else, the Steelers will look different next year. You guys have heard me, well, at least Ash, you've heard me say for a couple of years. I think Tomlin's a good coach, but I think his tenure had run its course. So I was fine with him leaving, and I'm fine with them just being different.
Yeah.
He certainly wouldn't have been. Yeah, he wouldn't have been the guy I hired, but at least it's going to be different. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, let's get into different NBA playoffs. We had a couple shockers.
Yeah, you know what? Let me run down. So here's what I'll do. I'll run down each series, and then they've all played 2 games at this point. So you guys just we could get deeper. Let's just do this rapid fire. We'll get deeper into it after this. But I'm gonna give you the teams in each series. You guys just tell me who you expect to win. All right. So we got the Knicks Hawks. They're 1-1, and they're moving to Atlanta tonight. Who do you got in that series?
I bet the Hawks. I'm going to keep the Hawks, especially with the Hawks having a 16-point lead currently.
I was just about to say they're waxing
Oh,
them right
okay.
now.
All right. Uh,
I
Go
think
ahead,
the
Tyler.
Knicks will keep. I think the Knicks will come back and win that just from being a little bit more seasoned in kind of these moments, played in tough series recently. So I think the Knicks, but man, the Hawks are giving them some problems right now.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Knicks. I picked them before the series. I'll stick with them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cavs, Raptors. Cavs are up 2-0. I mean, that's pretty easy, I assume. You guys both got
Cavs.
the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Denver, Minnesota. I don't know if you heard Tyler, but Gordon is out tonight with a calf injury, which usually means he's going to be out for a few games. That's not usually a one-game thing. That series is also 1-1 right now, and they're playing in Minnesota tonight. Who do you guys got winning that series?
I'm staying with Denver. I mean, I know it's a big loss and they're not the same team without him, but I'll just stick with the Joker for this series.
Yep.
Tyler?
Same. I do think the Timberwolves can maybe give them some troubles like they did the other night. Again, I think one of their guys, who's not much of a scorer, but pretty much said that they can't defend. So if we just make them try and defend, we got something. Which I wouldn't poke the bear of a team that won a championship a couple years ago and are pretty damn good. Maybe have the best player on the court, or definitely has the best player on the court. So I don't know if that's going to fare well for them. I think they might get the wrath of Joker here in the next 2-3 games.
Yeah, I mean he's probably not wrong about their defense, and they just lost their best defensive player.
Correct.
So I mean that's an issue. But yeah, I'll stick with Denver too. Boston Philly series moving its way to Philadelphia for tomorrow night. That series is 1-1. Who do you guys got?
Boston in 5. Gentleman sweep, I think.
Gentlemen. As a Sixers fan, I'd love to see the upset, and the other night was a great win. I just don't think it's sustainable over time. So, barring an injury on the Boston side, I'll stick with the Celtics there.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Boston shot the ball like crap in that game too, but their defense was worse. That was more troublesome to me than their shooting. I mean, Philadelphia shot almost 50% from 3-point range. I think they were like 48%. So that's. I mean, if they're going to shoot 48% the rest of the series, Boston's in
Correct.
trouble. But I'll take the Celtics. All right, hey, this series is interesting. Lakers Rockets. Lakers up 2-0, but now the series is moving to Houston. Ash, I'm guessing you're sticking with LA.
I bet them. I'm going to stick with them. I said it last week on the pod that if Houston fucks around and gives them a game or two, and Luka can come back, and they only need to win one or two with him, they can do it. And here we are. There's nothing that gives me confidence going into tomorrow night that Houston's going to flip this series over the next two games, barring a LeBron injury. That team's obviously confident. I think JJ's a really good coach, underestimated in most circles probably. And fuck, they might not even need Luca.
Yeah, I was
So
just about to echo the same thing. If they can win tomorrow night, barring them go to Game 6, I think you just keep Luka rested and see him in the next round.
yeah.
Yeah, Lakers were my pick pre series, and I'll stick with the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip on this. Not just because it's 2-0, but just because the Rockets' offense is just a disaster. I mean, obviously, Game 1 they played out without Durant, so that was a nightmare for them. But they still didn't look good in Game 2 when he came back. I imagine he'll be a little bit healthier, obviously, when they play tomorrow. But I don't know. I still don't. Again, Ash, we've talked about this many times. I still don't know why they didn't give Tristan Newton a look during the regular season because they badly need somebody that can create offense, and they just have nobody. They have nobody. So I'm gonna flip that. I had Rockets before the series started. I'm gonna flip it to the Lakers, and who knows? Maybe I'll end up looking like a moron, but we'll see what happens there. All right, Spurs Portland. It's very interesting. Wemby in concussion protocol. That series is 1-1 and now going out to Portland. You guys sticking with the Spurs, or are you looking at an upset here?
No, I'm sticking with the Spurs.
Yeah, sticking with the Spurs. It's definitely God. That was a nasty, nasty bump to the head, though. I think that you worry more. I think their talent will just outclass the Trailblazers here in this round, but you worry about the next round because they'll face the Nuggets, right? So if he isn't 100%,
we got a special guest.
He didn't just get picked though, right? I only caught him like on screen.
Not.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, that would have been like that would have been like the biggest shock in draft history if
he's
he
like
went
plus
number 1.
25,000 to be the first pick.
My God. Hey, we got a special guest.
The fix
is special guest. Say hi.
What's going on, buddy?
Say, Mama's not home and Dad has recorded a podcast, so we got to get involved here.
Love it. Who do you think's getting picked here?
What do you like for the first pick, Justice? And he's gone.
This is an interesting, obviously not to. We'll talk about the draft, I guess, in a little bit, but I'm interested to see what this kid does in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him because they did a lot of RPO. I mean, the majority of their offense was RPO, which he obviously can do well, and they obviously do that in the NFL too. But in the NFL, at some point, you actually have to throw the ball downfield, and we didn't see a lot of that with Indiana. So, yeah, I'm curious. I'm with you. I'm curious to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, just to get back to the Spurs for a second, I'm sticking with the Spurs too. But yeah, I mean, he's lucky because, I mean, he basically landed chin first, talking about Wemby. I mean, he's lucky he didn't break his jaw, So
it was nasty.
It was. All right, this is an interesting one. Detroit, Orlando. Orlando sort of shocked the world when they won Game 1, but Detroit, corrected things in Game 2, and now they're going to Florida for Game 3. Who do you guys got there?
Feels like 7 and feels like the better team pulls it out. Orlando stole Game 1 and then obviously disappeared. I texted you last night. We had a tie game at halftime. I took 20 minutes off, came back, and they were down 20. So when they get cold, they're cold. They get frustrated easy. They get into foul trouble, and they're always a hamstring or a rib cage away from one of their 3 best players not putting in the minutes. So I wouldn't be shocked if they win the first game in Orlando. But Detroit does this version of the Detroit team, as we saw last year in New York, can play on the road. They seem to have more trouble at home for whatever reason. But that all said, I just think they are the better team. They are more aggressive, and I'm going to stick with them and Bickerstaff over a lame duck coach as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Pistons. Orlando's not like they're going to have some kind of home court advantage. It's not like Orlando's crowd is going to be anything. I'm sure it will be bumping, but it's like a transport. It's not like a basketball city by any stretch, I don't think so. If Jalen Suggs is their leading scorer, the Magic aren't going to have a chance. So if Paulo doesn't take over game and score into the 25-plus range, I don't think they can win one of these games. So, yeah, I'm sticking with the better team, Pistons.
Yeah, me too. I'm sticking with Detroit.
Hopefully this doesn't get aggregated because I'm pretty sure Tyler just called Orlando trans. So that's weird.
That's in nowadays. The Knicks have cut that lead to 8, by the way, at halftime.
There you go. Happens quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't really need to talk about this series. The Thunder are up 2-0 on the Suns, and I imagine that'll be a sweep. So
look out for the Suns. Woof.
Right.
They could play their second string and just probably still beat them.
Yeah. So my only other comment is we all sort of predicted the Spurs and the Nuggets would play in the second round, and we're all still predicting that's going to happen, but I just hope that they're relatively healthy if they play that series. I mean, the Spurs, besides Wemby, the Spurs had a couple other injuries in Game 2. I don't know if they're playing tomorrow or not, but Harper hurt his thumb, and I'm blanking on the other guy's name, but 3 of their top 7 guys, including Wemby, got hurt in Game 2. So hopefully they're healthier tomorrow. Well, we'll see how that works out, but.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see both of them at full strength, obviously. Right. And as long as you do get Wemby and Joker, it's going to be a series. So I would like to see Gordon come back, but like you said, Jeff, if he's got a calf, on top of the fact that he's had a hamstring, there's no way they're going to do it because he's going to want to play regardless. But this has already happened before. Durant hurt his hamstring, then it turned into a calf, then he tore his Achilles. So if they press Gordon, their history will repeat itself. It's almost inevitable.
Yeah, Tatum same thing last year, right?
Yeah. You can't fuck with the lower leg, especially when there was an upper leg injury to start it all. So it's just overcompensation. You need rest, you need time, and unfortunately, it's the worst time of year to be in this situation.
Yeah, I didn't hear or see what grade the strain is, whether it's a 1, 2, or 3. But if it's anything more than a 1, then you probably won't see him the rest of the series. So anyway, that's a big blow to them. I mean, he like we said earlier, he's their best defensive player, and without him, that's a bad matchup. That Minnesota matchup is a bad one for them, especially if he's not playing. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens there. But it's interesting anyway. So
the only acceptable grade there is a 0, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they took Bailey, huh? Jets took Bailey. All right.
Smooth look, by the way. I like the more classic tuxedo. Don't got to be crazy. Like this actually, not that we're a fashion show here by any stretch, but that's a clean look by my guy. I hate when these guys go up there with like craziness on, like wearing shorts.
And he went with the sunglasses for a little flair. So
yeah, just a little bit, just a little flair. It's sunny out there in Pittsburgh at 8 o'clock at night.
Dude, that green room is phenomenal, huh?
Yeah, crazy.
It really is. That must have taken days to set up. Jesus.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Anything else on the NBA? Anything else you guys want to talk about with those series?
No. Other than I do think we're going to get a fight in the Orlando-Detroit series. I'm just going to call my shot there. So if you can put money on that there, I would say by game 4, somebody's throwing a punch.
Yeah. Well, if you like fights, I don't know if you've been watching the NHL playoffs, but there's been a bunch of fights in the NHL playoffs, which is awesome. There's some real bad blood out there in several of the series, which has been electric. I know most people that listen to us probably don't watch the NHL playoffs, but if you're going to ever watch hockey, watch right now, Olympics. When it's meaningful, it's electric. Every minute feels like your heart's in your chest or in your throat. It's crazy. Your heart's always in your chest.
Well, that's a good segue. So we just did a little recap of the NBA. Why don't you give us one of the NHL? How's the first week going so far?
Pretty down the middle as far as what people kind of thought was going to happen for the most part, I would say, Jeff. And so far you got Bruins Sabres. That series is tied 1-1. The Bruins really threw away game 1. They were up 3-0, and the Sabres came back and won that game. An electric atmosphere in Buffalo. Hadn't had a playoff game in like 15 years, and the roof came fully off that place in game 1. But they got waxed last night. Or 2 nights ago, and they're already down 1-0 in game 3. So that series is looking like the Bruins are kind of in control, and they should be, if things go the way that's going right now, be up 3-0. Hurricanes are holding serve. They're up 1-0 right now. They're up 2-0 in the series. Senators really haven't had much juice to give them anything. They're the Avalanche, which is the betting odds, your favorite to win the Stanley Cup this year. They're up 2-0. In that series, I don't see that changing or flipping. I'm just going through. You guys aren't watching, so we won't do the same thing we did with the NBA. Golden Knights Vegas lost a close one the other night. They're tied 1-1. Utah's scrappy, but I still think Vegas again just is a class ahead of them. So I'll take Vegas to probably stay the course and win that series with some guys that have been there before. With them winning the Cup a few years ago, they probably got some more guys than Utah has. Oilers Ducks is an interesting series. Anaheim, I think the Oilers were the 4th or 5th best odds to win the Cup before the series, and Anaheim had the worst odds to win the Cup. They're tied 1-1 right now. And at the end of the day, the Oilers have no defense and no goaltending, and when you get into the big games, you got to have that. It's pretty much why they haven't won a cup in the last 2-3 years when they've gotten there. You got Bobrovsky on the Panthers have stood on his head, and the Oilers can't do that. So they're in trouble there. Anaheim's talented. They got a lot of skill that they can give them trouble and score goals. And obviously the Oilers can score at an electric rate as well. But if you're giving up a bunch of goals, you just are demanding your offense to score, and that's tough in the playoffs when guys just creases. Every angle is tighter and everything's the checks are different. Everything's changing every game. So I think the Oilers will win, but the Ducks are giving them fits. So from a betting odds perspective, the Ducks are probably still plus money to win that series, but you would have liked to have them pre-series start if they can win. They're going back home. They split in Edmonton, so interesting one there. And then you got the Lightning, tied 1-1. Both games have gone to overtime. Both games have been pretty electric. Teams that don't like each other had pretty much similar records, same amount of points in the regular season, so two very evenly matched teams. Again, they shouldn't be seeing each other in the first round, but that's not the point of this. I think the Lightning will take over. They really took over the second half of that game the other day, especially in overtime. The Canadians didn't have a shot for the last 16 minutes of actual gameplay. So I think the Lightning might have found their way there. Kucherov got a goal. I think if he can get going on the goal scoring end, I think they're primed up to advance in that series as well. So only other series, Stars Wild has been a fun one. Dallas is up 2-1. They won a close one again yesterday. We've had a couple double overtime games already in the playoffs, and I think the Stars will win that, but with being up 2-1, but the Wild are very good as well. But I think Dallas will catch one of them, the ones on the road here in Minnesota, and then go back home and finish it off in 5 or 6. And then you got the Penguins and the Flyers. Flyers are up 3-0. Battle for Pennsylvania. Flyers have just kind of decimated the Penguins a little bit, especially in Game 3 and 2. So I don't see that changing. I don't see a reverse sweep or anything like that. So Flyers. That's a Call of Duty term. It's a Call of Duty professional gaming term, but a reverse sweep. I don't see that happening. So Flyers will probably take that one. And odds really haven't shifted much in the betting odds lane. Carolina has jumped ahead of the Lightning, which they were pretty much neck and neck pre Stanley Cup playoff start, with the Avalanche still being ahead. So Lightning went up a little bit. So if you are thinking that the Lightning have a chance to win it, and you do like the Lightning and you like them pre-series at I think they were plus 400, jump on them again because they're plus 600. So you just got a couple extra bucks coming your way if they do end up winning. So
win the cup or the series?
Win the cup. Okay. So they're still the third best odds to win the cup, but they have gone down in theory. So that's kind of the recap right now. We'll keep following along with it. All the games have been pretty exciting. Kind of outside of the Flyers-Penguins series, all the games have been pretty fun. So tune in if you're not watching the NBA. There's not much else on. So you got baseball too, but playoffs are more meaningful than Game 40 or 30 or whatever they're on.
All right. No, they're not even there yet. They're Game 24 or something like that. All right, man. It's a good little recap, and I'm glad to hear the games are going well. So I haven't watched a second of it yet, but I will. I do eventually migrate over to it. So
I got the third period in overtime of the Lightning the other night.
Yeah, it's a fun one. If you're in an area that has a game, obviously the tickets can sometimes get kind of expensive, but go to one of those games because the atmospheres are always just awesome. So probably for the NBA playoffs as well. It's just a different game. NBA is just a different product than NHL, but those games are all exciting.
I feel bad for Love.
Yeah, I don't like him going to Arizona either. That sucks.
Who's their quarterback this year?
I don't know.
Probably Brissett again.
I don't know.
And this is
I was going to say
it's a bad quarterback class and a bad running back class. There's not many running backs this year. So I don't think we're going to see another
No,
one.
but
Maybe in the first round.
No, you won't see another one until the third round.
Yeah.
According to the
yeah,
draft.
I mean
Awful.
the other Notre Dame back is probably the second best back in the class. So
Loves a
anyway.
Breitling guy. I like to see it.
Yeah, it's
All right.
yeah, it sucks. I mean, the Cardinals are just bad.
Yeah,
Did that coach get fired? They got a new coach, right?
No,
I think
don't-
so.
Did Gannon was there, right?
Yeah.
Did he get fired? I thought they just got rid of Kyler to kind of solve that issue.
Speaking of professional gamers.
Yeah, good segue again. I'm looking it up now.
All right. Oh, go ahead. I'll wait.
No, I'm just saying.
Mike LaFleur.
Oh, that's right. Little
There you
Fleur
go.
brother.
All right. Well, let's we teased this a little earlier ago, so let's just I thought it would be fun to take a look at the top of the odds as far as who's going to win the Super Bowl this coming season. Look at it right now, and then look at it again next week, and see if it changes after the draft. So sometimes it can change depending on trades and things of that nature. So I don't know. You guys might have already looked at this, but if not, who do you think is the favorite to win the Super Bowl right in Vegas right now?
Rams.
Bills.
Tyler gets the prize. The Rams are plus
God.
750. And then I'll just run through these. The Seahawks are plus 900. The Bills and the Ravens are plus 1,000. Why the Ravens are plus 1,000 right now, I don't know. Anyway, Chiefs are plus 1,500, and then you got the Eagles, the Niners, the Lions, the Chargers, and the Pack at plus 1,600. So the Cowboys miss out on the top 10.
Rightfully so.
Anything there catch your eye? I mean, just in passing, like you see anything there you like?
Kind of the Ravens. I don't know. No, I don't like the Ravens, but new coach. Don't know how that's going to all work with Lamar, injury-ridden Lamar. I just don't know how that's going to go. And same thing with the Bills. Like, how's that? I mean, obviously he was in house, but I think the Seahawks might just run it back.
Yeah, if they stay healthy, I think they certainly have a good shot.
Need a running
I was
back,
actually
right?
surprised. They do, yeah. I was surprised to see the Rams at the top. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's not crazy, but it did surprise me when I saw them at number one. So,
it makes sense and it doesn't at the same time. Your number one receiver is coming out of rehab. Devontae Adams has had injuries, and he's another year older, and Stafford, bionic and all, is still getting older. At some point in time, you've got to worry about the healthier quarterback and that luck running out. He's a machine, obviously, but guy takes hits still. Running back's decent. Defense is really good, but has holes. So, and obviously there's a McVay factor there. I just do I want to throw plus 750? No, I'd rather go down the board. I'd rather go to the Chargers at plus 1,600, the Niners at plus 1,600, even the Lions. You know what I mean? Just for the action. I don't think are the Rams 2 or 3 games better than Packers, Lions, and Niners? I don't think so going in the next year. Certainly not the Seahawks. So,
yeah.
Ooh, Carnell Tate to the Titans. Getting some help for Cam Ward.
What?
I thought they were going to go wide receiver.
It's a big pickup.
Yeah, it is.
They need some talent.
Yeah. But it's about as close to a sure thing as you can get in the NFL draft, a wide receiver out of Ohio State in the first round. Pretty solid.
And I think the Bucs might have gotten the only dud somehow.
Wow, he's not a dud. He's just fine.
He just had a bad second half. His injury, he was hurt the whole second way, I think, just trying to get it out.
His feelings were hurt. Rumor has it Mike Evans was hazing him. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't
It'll be interesting how he does, by the we're on the topic of kind of next year and whatnot, but down on the Bucks. Don't bet anything on the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be under their win total. I do not think they're going to be very good, and that's coming from a Bucks fan. They're going to win less games than the Cowboys, I assume. I think they could have been a top 5 pick this year if they don't win those first 6 games, all by 1 score, and the ball flips the other way. They could have won 3 games this year, 4 games. I just don't think they're going to be very good next year, unfortunately. Which sucks because then they're going to fire Bowles, and then you lost 2 fundamental pieces of the organization, probably because you didn't get rid of the guy. I think Evans stays if you bring a new guy in, and I think not that Levante is everything anymore, but he's still a corner piece of the franchise, and I think he stays a couple more years if you get some new blood in there and someone that he likes. So down on the Bucks. Don't even know what they're going to do today. I think you have to draft a linebacker. When you lose that piece, I don't think there's a wide receiver outside of someone that's off the board now to come in there and do what Mike Evans does, and you got a wide receiver last year, so I see them probably drafting linebacker and just not be very fun.
Well, they play in the right division, though. I mean, it's
Correct.
still going to be a pretty weak division next year.
This is true, Jeff. This is true. I forget that piece, but I just think, I mean, they lost a lot of divisional games this year, and I think they're going to be worse next year. So, and they're going to lose the locker room very quickly with Bowles in there. I think he might be fired before the bye week next year, whenever that is.
Well, all the mocks have them drafting Sadiq. So, I mean, I know Bubba was texting about it, that they're going to draft a tight end and he's going to lose his mind. Every mock has them drafting a tight end in the first round.
I just don't get that. Need. I just don't. I just
not
don't
their
understand that. I don't understand that at all. Like, who gives a fuck about a tight end right now?
Yeah.
The Giants should take the kid from Miami. I would take the edge from Miami if I was them.
Yeah, Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Jeff. Both New York teams have 2 picks in the first round this year.
Yep.
I think the
Giants are 5
next year.
They do. The Giants are at 5 and 10 too. So I mean, they're two good picks, you know. So
yeah.
By the way, ABC's got the College Game Day crew doing the drafts. I don't know if you guys are interested in flipping. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I'm gonna throw one more thing in on these odds. Just looking at it because I haven't been looking at it. Are the Ravens better than the Patriots and the Texans?
Yeah, I don't understand that plus 1,000. It doesn't make sense to me.
The Broncos?
So.
Are they
the
better?
Broncos are plus 8.
Yeah.
They're plus 1,800.
Yeah, the Broncos. I mean, like,
I'll take the Texans at plus 2,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
That doesn't make any sense, and one that to look at, and again, this is also, you know, we're early days here, but can the Bengals flip something? They're plus 2,500. Obviously, they have their coaching deals as well. I think he's got a foot out the door right now as well. But can they turn it around and show what they did, 3-4 years ago? If Burrow stays healthy, obviously that's the biggest thing. If he's not healthy, they got no chance. But can he stay healthy, and does that interest you at 25-1?
I mean, that question alone, though. I mean, he's been in the league now, 6 years, and I think he's only played 1 full season, maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2.
So I mean, I just don't know if he is going to stay healthy. I mean,
I don't disagree.
It's a big question mark at this point. So
as long as he's having fun.
Well, yeah. he's getting paid.
Yeah.
Who does, man?
If he doesn't, if he doesn't get hit as much, maybe they'll draft a lineman this year and maybe help him stay on his feet a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the airport. It's an underrated airport. You get in, you get out. It's very smooth, easy to get around. Get to your rent a car, get down to the Louisville. You're all set.
So. And that's what it's all about, really. If we're ranking these teams by airports, Tampa's up there. But I'm not ranking them by airport.
Best team in the league, if that's the case.
Yeah, they're the Patriots.
Yeah. That's it. All right, let's get into the categories.
Yes, sir.
Did Bubba submit category plays, or is this truly a 3-man weave here?
I have his bragging rights. He didn't get me anything for categories, but we can go over his from last week.
Okay.
If they're in here.
Well, I'll start, I guess. Last week I had the Sixers -1.5, and that was a W. This week I have the Cavs -2.5. So, yeah, I'll be surprised if they lose today, but Cavs -2.5.
Last week I also had the Sixers. That was a W. And this week I have the Lakers tomorrow night +9.5. That number makes 0 sense to me.
Yep. I saw it at 10.5. I saw it at 10.5 when I was doing this. So I have the same thing. I'm right there with you. +10.5 Lakers. Is this week's. Last week's I had the Nuggets -6.5 for game 1. That hit. Yeah, I'm with Jay. I just don't understand the team that's up 2-0. I get that they're going away, but that makes no sense to me. 2.5, 2.5, 3.5. Maybe I get on board with you, but 10. When I saw it was 10.5.
Unless they're starting Bronny and no one else, it's a 1-on-5 Bronny.
Yeah. Did LeBron say he's not playing Game 3 and Bronny's playing? Crazy. And Bubba had the Dodgers, I think, -1.5. I'm not sure if they won or not.
They did. They did. They pounded the Mets. Yeah, they pounded the Mets.
Perfect. So. That's that. And props, we'll jump right into props. He had Ohtani over 6.5 Ks. Again,
that came in too.
That came in, so he banged 2 for 2 there. For Bubba. I had Steph Curry over 34.5. He scored 35 points. So bang bang.
Sweet.
Needed one to fall in the category of props. So this week I'm taking Braden Point in Game 3 tomorrow night to have a goal, over 0.5 goals in the game. It's +200. I think the power play will get going. They find him in the slot. I think he scores a goal. And I think the Lightning take care of business tomorrow night as well, just on the back end.
Giddy up.
All right.
I had
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, you're on the way back. I had Brian Harmon, that is, last week, +530 to be in the top 10, and he started Sunday tied for 4th, and then he caught a camel-sized cock and decided to let that stick out all afternoon, and finished, I think, 38, something along those lines. So thanks for coming, Brian Harmon.
Oof.
But I'll stay with golf this week because I like it. And I've got Aaron Rye and Thigala as a team, +210 for the top 10.
Oh, Arvell Reese, Jeff, not the Miami guy. He's good though. That dude's legit.
Yeah,
I was hoping the Bucks somehow got up to get him, but that clearly didn't happen.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them. Mm-hmm. I like that pick.
I like the Wig Jam.
2 of the first 5 picks, Ohio State guys.
Yeah. The receiver and him, right? Last week I had Maxey +3.5 threes. He finished the night with 3, so that's a loss. This week I'm sticking with the 3-point theme. I got Joker with at least 3 threes, pays +225. He's been struggling from 3 recently, but I don't know. I have a feeling he's going to get hot tonight. So +225. And as far as the dog goes, I had the Nationals +149. They lost 2-0 to the Pirates. So this week I flipped the script and I'm taking the Pirates at +129. So that's tonight's game.
Excellent.
Oh, Kansas City jumping up into the draft. Traded with the Browns.
Ooh.
Who are they
going to
get?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean they were at 9, right? So they're moving up 3 spots. That's interesting.
Who do you think you're gonna need to go get? It's got to be a defensive guy, right? Because I just can't see them drafting up for a running back
It's got to be Bane, no?
Yeah,
maybe
that would make sense.
Or maybe they'll finally get him a freaking star receiver again on the team. So I don't know.
Maybe I don't know if those other guys are there. I don't think those other guys are that.
You can't. They can't take that kid from Arizona State. They can't. He doesn't stay on the field.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's never
You could
played
get
a
him
full
later,
season.
maybe.
You can't, yeah, I mean, oh man, you can't do it. You can't.
Maybe they'll get a quarterback. Maybe Ty Simpson here. I think it's time to find Patrick's replacement.
All right. Last week in the underdog, I had Patrick Mahomes. I'm kidding. I had the Warriors money line in the play-in game. They won. And this week I have the Phillies tomorrow night plus 130 to snap what is it now, a 9-game losing streak?
You had that tonight? That was today's game?
No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I was going to say they lost. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very nice. Last week, Bubba had the Cubs. Did Bubba go 3 for 3 last week? I do not know.
That one, I don't know. I don't know that one, unfortunately. Yeah.
We'll do some research on that. I had the Sabres, Buffalo, last game before the playoffs. They lost in overtime. I actually think they lost in a shootout. So tough one there. This week, sticking with hockey, the Carolina Hurricanes are plus money. They're clearly the better team through 2 games. They're 2-0. I think they take care of business and win game 3. Not that it's a crazy underdog, but it's plus 105, so it is plus money. So I'll go with the Carolina Hurricanes. Win on the road.
All right. Good luck to us all.
Yeah. To all a good night. Bragging right time. I'm very interested.
Yeah, it was another frustrating night, or week, I should say, with bragging rights.
We'll jump right in. I believe this one was yours, Jeff. Sixers, Warriors, Mets, Padres.
Yeah, I went 3-1. The Mets lost to the Dodgers, so loser.
Alrighty, and Jay, you had 76ers minus 1.5. Tyrese Maxey 29.5 over. White Sox and Tommy Fleetwood top 10 after round 1.
Loser.
Loser.
Yeah. Thanks, Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, they moved up 3 places, Jeff. From 6 to 9 to 6.
Yeah.
They must they must like somebody.
Yeah,
they're giving up 3 picks this year. This fucking year.
Yeah. I don't
How many picks?
It's got to be
3.
So they're giving up their first, and then what'd you say, a third and a fifth? Is that what you said, Jay?
They did give up. They traded McDuffie, a corner. So maybe are they going out and getting what's the other dude from Ohio State? The Caleb Downs. Are they just trading up and get Caleb Downs?
Gonna find out right now.
Yes, we are.
Got to be defense.
Yeah, it's got to be Caleb Downs. I mean, that's the only player that makes sense to me. Or the dude from Miami.
Well, they took the corner.
Yeah, I figured corner because they got rid of Duffy. But interesting. Well, LSU's a pretty good corner school as well. And Bubba, this was Bubba's here. He had the 76ers, Clippers, Cubs, White Sox. I think the Cubs lost, and I think the Clippers lost that game as well. I think that was
the White Sox
the Warriors.
Lost.
So, yeah, 3-1.
No, White Sox lost too.
Yeah, sorry, 1-3. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There, and so
reverse sweep.
Yep, almost reverse sweep. But this week, I believe this is Jeff here leading us off.
It is. Yeah, is it dead on arrival? Do you guys know if the Yankees won? I'm guessing no.
Yeah, Yankees won by 2.
Oh, beautiful.
Did they really?
Yeah, 4-2.
Awesome.
What a country.
All right, so I'm alive. I'm very happy. So I got the Yanks minus 1.5. I got the Pirates winning outright, and then I got the Cavs in Denver at both minus 2.5. I put this in before I heard that Gordon was hurt, unfortunately, so that makes me worry a little bit. But it's 17-1, so 25 pays 450.
Early days, but the Cavs are down 10 right now, unfortunately. But it's early game. It's not even midway through the second.
Yeah.
They had trouble getting through customs.
Yeah, it happens. All
it's
right.
A nice chain. Really nice chain.
Yeah, all these guys have.
How about the Yanks sweeping the Sox? Even I don't care if the Sox suck. It's just always fun to sweep the Sox. So, I like it.
It's a wonderful thing, except unfortunately I'm already out of bragging rights. I had the Yankees minus 1.5 as well. But I had Schlittler at 6.5 Ks. He only had 5. So the return to Boston wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I also have, like Jeff, the Cavs and the Nuggets tonight. So best I could do is 3-1, which will probably happen, and which will be good because we'll see if the Pirates can win and we can get somebody to win bragging rights here for you, Jeff.
Yeah, be nice.
Well, I'll go over Bubba's. Bubba's got the Pirates plus 1.5, so he's with Jeff there. If Jeff gets that Pirates W, he will also hit his side with plus 1.5. He's got the Cavs. He's got the Nuggets money line. He's also got the 76ers plus 7. So that one's obviously the Pirates are, that one's got a chance. He needs Cleveland to kind of get going. I think they will. And obviously the Denver game is interesting with the injuries. So that's what we got.
Yeah,
this week.
that's interesting because he obviously put that in after the injury because Denver is now the dog on his ticket anyway. So okay.
All right. And that is bragging rights. Hopefully we can brag about it next week.
Talk about it. Okay. Well, that's going to do it, right? Is that it? We got any parting shots for the draft here?
No, I mean, I don't. Well, other than that Chiefs trade, I mean, I think it's been pretty. I mean, everybody had love going to the Cardinals, so much so that people thought it was a smokescreen, but it ended up happening. So, yeah, I think it's been pretty much by the book so far, other than that trade. So,
yeah, interesting when Ty Simpson goes or when the next quarterback does go. If someone snags him today, I don't know. And if it is Ty Simpson, I think his stock is definitely raised postseason. So it'll be interesting.
Well, it'll actually be interesting to see what a kid from LSU goes. Because I'm sure you guys heard that he played last year with some sort of like nerve issue. Is that right? Is that what it was? He had like something pressing on his nerve or whatever,
something like that. It was pretty much right when I told everyone here preseason that he was going to win the Heisman and LSU was going to be good. That day he got hurt, Jeff, and then he just decided. Yeah, he heard our podcast and he said, "I'm just going to actually hurt my elbow or whatever it was."
Well, it makes sense because he obviously didn't look anything like he was the year before that.
No, he didn't look good at any point last year. Like game 1, he didn't look good. So he was probably hurt. So yeah, do you just try and draft the upside guy because he is? I mean, everyone thought he was going to be a top 5 pick this year. And 2 years ago, he probably would have been a first rounder like 2 years ago if he would have come out. So
it's weird. He could be one. He could be one of those guys that if he gets taken in the second or third round, ends up being a steal. I mean, it's possible. So
yeah, I mean, Brock Purdy's the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL, and he was the last pick.
That's freaking ridiculous.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up there. We've got some more gold jackets on stage. Always good to see the bus. All right. Well, in Bubba's absence, we will sign off on this extraordinary but brief podcast. It's nice little cadence tonight. It's nice, quick, easy. Covered a lot of things in a short period of time. So well done. Well done, everybody. Follow us on all the socials at Casual Chaos Live. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, YouTube for the podcast. We're all over the place, people. Follow us. Send in your tickets. Let's get some tickets next week. Let's do a talking tickets segment. And if you have any thoughts on the Derby, now's the time. Start sending those in. We should get the gates post positions on Monday. So pick a storyline, pick a number, pick a color, figure it out. Let's talk it up on Thursday next week. On that note, for Jeff and Tyler, I'm Jay Ash. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.